Hey everyone, how you doing today? My name's Kirsty, aka Beth Bookish, and on today's video I'm talking you through my setup for March 2024. Not gonna lie, I have barely done anything in this. Most of this has been me just indulging in a recent purchase and using all of the stickers. As you already know, I am a huge fan of Julianne Doodles here on YouTube. And she has her own shop called Peppercut Studio, and I got these beautiful sticker sheets from her. Obviously, the majority of these have been used in these spreads, so they're all missing. But this is one that I haven't yet used because I'm going to be using it for my reading journal. And just look how super cute this is. And I have plenty of others as well. So I've got like these bakery sheets, I've got little shroomies, Ghibli baking, more shroomies, some were wrens, little cookies. So she has so much, and she also has some Pokemon ones as well. So please go check her out. She is amazing, and I'll link her below. Her YouTube and her shop will be linked below. But she did, I think it was January 2021 or 2022, she did this theme where it's green and lilac, or lilac if you're wrong, like green tea with little hints of lilac-y purple, and I just thought it was super cute, and I was like, I have to make this into my own spread. And for me, March is always green. For some reason, I think it was Amanda from Miranda H. Lee was saying that certain months for her have a certain colour, and I am very much the same when it comes to my journals. For some reason, March is just green, and I don't really know why, but every year when I do this, I have a green theme. And it's quite ironic that I've gone for a green tea theme when I absolutely cannot stand the taste of green tea, because to me it's like I might as well go out and eat grass and that'll be the same flavour. But I love the aesthetic and I love the idea, and I also love this little quote: "Embrace the zen of green tea, a moment of tranquility in every sip." I just thought it was super cute. So yeah, this cover page I've kind of just basically copied from, well, been inspired by Julianne's video. And then, as always, we have the monthly overview. I always do a 2-page calendar. I have a little goals to work on box, a little box of sort of urgent, important things I need to get done this month. And then, as always, I've got my little things that I want to do every single month. So I've got a library day, a day out doing some exploration, a journal day, and an art and craft day. And it's just a little prompt to remind myself to actually do these things. Then we have my notes and to-do lists. I think of that I need to do, I just add in here. And I just flick through each of the months, because I don't copy stuff over to the next to-do list, because if by the end of the month I haven't done it, it's clearly non-urgent. So, or it will go into the urgent section. So it's nice then I can just go back, and in previous months, if there's things that I haven't done, I can just get to as and when, but I've just got this continuous running to-do list. We then have my trackers. So as you know, I am being very meticulous about tracking my health and medication this year, because I am waiting to see a neurologist. So I want to make sure that when I go to see them, I have a very detailed track of what medications I'm taking and when, and what the health problems I have are, so that they can see. And it also helps me so I can see patterns. Since starting these trackers this year, I have realised that when my migraines are bad, for some reason it makes my sinuses play up and they get really blocked and stuffy as well. And that's a link I hadn't registered before until I started writing it. And on these pages I tried to do a little bit different. I didn't, at that time I wasn't using the washi tape, so I just tried to like do these little boxes, and I like the effect, but I think I would do it a little bit differently next time. Then we have my hobbies tracker. For this I've picked reading, art, dance, gaming and Korean. I've swapped gaming out for journals because I was like, well, journaling isn't really, it is a hobby, but it's also become quite a useful tool for me. So it's one of those, I don't really want to list it as a hobby because it's something I do more for therapeutic reasons and mental health, rather than because it's just something that I want to do for fun. I wouldn't say that I journal for fun necessarily. So I thought, what else do I do? And I was like, gaming, because sometimes I can go, like, for the past 3 months, I've not gamed a lot. And then in February, I have basically gamed almost every day. And I've noticed that other things are starting to take a seat back because I'm gaming so much. So again, it's a way to kind of not overindulge in things, but also just to see what I'm doing and when. And also Korean, I have yet to do a single lesson this year. So March, I have got to get on that. And then starts the bit where I started to make slight mistakes, because I like to do a memory page. So I did this little memory page, and I did like the quote, "A life steeped in memories." And it's the first time that I actually did some drawing for this month, and honestly I'm quite proud of how some of these came out. I loved the leaves and the bag on this one. I loved the little flower on this one and the shape of the bag. And the top mug was the better of the two mugs because I actually slowed down. But then comes the start of the errors, because I stupidly, where Julianne draws in to the tea bags and adds in like the little extra bits. So I started to do that before I remembered that the space is meant to be blank so I can write in it. So, you know, didn't really think about that one. So I did stop, thankfully. It wasn't like I finished the page and then went, oh, shh, you know. So I was a bit like, duh, about that. And then once I filled them in, I might then go back at the end and colour them in. We shall see. Then we had the second errors, and basically I started to draw in these lines. I like to do a little what made me smile today rather than a gratitude log. I just prefer the idea of logging things that made me happy and made me smile rather than just the things that I'm thankful for. I just find that it's a much more enjoyable experience to think, and a much more enjoyable activity for me to do it that way round. I did make an error. I drew the green line and my hand went whoop, and obviously the urge to glue the pages together and start again was so strong. As I've been saying recently, I'm trying to embrace imperfections, and so what if there's a little loop-de-loop? Although of course my brain has never once in its life accepted routine and habit. So what does it go and do? Immediately after I make the mistake, it decides this is going to be a habit and starts to copy it. So thanks for that, brain, because, you know, all the healthy habits we try and build, it rejects, yet it embraces the chaotic one. I have done enough for every single day, but obviously there are some days I don't always fill in every single line, because at the end of the day there are some days where I really don't feel like smiling, and there are some days where I can think about the entire day and not once has anything truly just brought me joy, and that's okay. We have those days. As long as there's not too many of them, we're all good. And then some days I might have multiple things, so I might write 2 or 3 things down, although those days generally will tend to make it into the memories days, because if multiple things have happened, it's generally a memorable day that I want to highlight as a good day for the month, especially in these months where I've not got a lot going on socially. So it's pretty much like February, I think I've really struggled. I've got 3 things so far and I have really struggled to fill those, so you know. Moving on, I have been doing a TV and K-drama spread, but this year, this month, I've just done a K-drama and done it as all the K-drama on one side, and then the one that is my drama of the month will be over here. And just to highlight, because as I said at the start of the year when setting this journal up, I have been watching so much K-drama since I started watching it. I recently wrote a list to share with a friend so she could give me some recommendations. And she was like, holy crap, because apparently I have watched more K-drama in the year and a half since I started than she has in 5 years. And I thought that was quite amusing. If we look at February, for example, I've got a few that I've DNF'd and then a few that I'm currently working on and working through. But I've not really got enough room for when I have got my favourite one, so I'll be doing it over on this side. So I thought it would be nice to have an entire page. And then for TV, I'm going to wait until later on in the month to do a spread, if I do one at all, because I don't know how much or how little I'm going to be watching on TV. And so, yeah, if I only watch one thing, there's no point really in journaling about it. Whereas if I watch multiple things and I want to keep a track, I will. And so yeah, that is it for those spreads, because as I explained right at the start of the year, I'm no longer doing weekly spreads because I've moved to using a spreadsheet on my computer. And then what I do is, like I've done with February and January, is if I have a week where I've got a thing and I want to actually track it, I will do the weekly spread. Otherwise it's just a case of, if I have a meeting or something, then I'll just start a new page and add it in. And then, as always, at the end of the month, I will have my summary and reflection. I haven't done it for February yet because we're still in February, but for show January's. See here, I've got my playlist. And then I've just got like my I'm currently, and it's like feeling, celebrating, making, inspired by, etc. Thank you again to Julianne for constantly inspiring me. I just love the fact that a lot of her stickers were made once she'd made the spreads in her journal, so I can always go back to the videos that have the stickers, or at least the videos where she used that scheme and that theme. And if they're not on her YouTube channel, they are usually on her Instagram. So yeah, I just love this colour scheme. I love purple and green put together, and this particular combo of colours is just so pretty, and I cannot wait to start March. I feel really fresh, I feel really inspired by these spreads, and I just can't wait to get started. Let me know in the comments if you have done any kind of spread for March and what your colour theme is. And I hope you have a fantastic month, and I hope you've had a great February. I hope you're good, I hope you're staying safe. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more of this type of content, and until next time, bye!